Good afternoon, man.
From the advertising media capital of the world, New Milford, Connecticut, wherever that is. This is Mostly Automotive Marketing with Matt Wilson, a bi-weekly-ish podcast about all things automotive marketing. Now, here's your host, Matt Wilson.
Boy, that was some build-up, wasn't it? I'm a program director from back in the radio days, and I was doing a show on an oldie station under the fake name of Charlie Wilson. Don't ask me why my name was Charlie Wilson. But I was doing a show under the fake name Charlie Wilson. Made an intro for that show. He said, Charlie, that's a whole lot of big intro. And you don't want to have a big intro that leads to nothing. And I don't think that was a compliment. So anyway, that was 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It seems extreme. We are live today on Clubhouse, LinkedIn, Facebook, all around the world. Isn't that amazing? So that's cool. And we're brought to you by Silverback Advertising, online at silverbackadvertising.com. I wanted to make today's episode like a radio show, and I want people to weigh in. That's why I put the show in a bunch of different places so we could hear from people. So you can weigh in on Clubhouse. You can weigh in on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube by commenting, or you can call in like an old school radio show. You have to say first time, last time when you call in, though. And the number is 203-665-8305. 203-665-8305 is how you get on the podcast today. So anyway, welcome to the show. I'm going to start, before I get to the first topic that I want to discuss, I want to have a quick discussion about company culture. And this part is going to be kind of a downer. But after that, we'll turn it around and we'll have some fun. So I want to talk about company culture a little bit. And the downer part is, without getting too personal, my wife is sick. My wife has cancer. She has stage 4 rectal cancer, and she spends a lot of time not feeling well and in the hospital. And that's tough on my wife, obviously, but also on the family and work-life balance and all that and all those kind of things. And it's made me realize the importance of company culture. I've worked plenty of places in the past where I would not be able to deal with what's going on in my family like I am now. And so I'm the account director at Silverback Advertising. And the folks who run Silverback Advertising understand the importance of family, right? And the company culture is, we're all family. We're a small team. And it's, Matt, do what you got to do to take care of your wife and your family. If I'm at doctor's appointments, if I'm in New York at hospitals for surgeries, if I'm dealing with taking care of the house and my kids and all that kind of stuff, I'm given leeway by my company to do what's important. We all work for our families, right? So I've been at places where at this situation, it would be like 5 days later, they'd be like, Matt, we need you to come back to work. And it's not having to work or put in the time or, just, shirking your responsibilities. It's being given the leeway to take care of what you need to take care of. And earlier on in my career, I feel like I didn't value that company culture as much, right? I feel like early on, when you're starting off and you're coming up, you're like negotiating your salary and you're not thinking about all the other things that are important, like health insurance and company culture, things that are hard to identify unless you're looking for them. So I just, as you're looking for jobs, as you're working places, you're thinking about making moves, think about the importance of the culture of the company that you're working for, because sometimes it's more important than you think. So like I said, happy to have people weigh in today. You can call in at 203-665-8305. If you have something to say and you're on Clubhouse, just I don't know all the terminology, but ask to be invited to the stage if you have something to say, and we'll put you on and talk to you just like you're a radio caller. So if you got something to say, you can come to the stage, unmute yourself, and happy to get your opinions there as well. Or you can leave a comment on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. We'll try to get to those, or call in at 203-665-8305. So first thing I wanted to chat about today was prospecting. And the reason that I bring this up, and I think this is a topic that a lot of us can relate to, is I was prospecting an ad agency in Nebraska, right? Now, my agency has a OTT connected TV programmatic platform called Data Fusion Marketing that we white label to other agencies that want to use it. So I was prospecting an agency in Nebraska, and I reached out to the dude in a very friendly way, and he said, "I don't need help. Please leave me alone." And now, before you think like I'm being overly sensitive, I'm not being overly sensitive. I was fine with it, like whatever, not a big deal. Blow it off, move on. I got a bunch of things to do. But my thought was like, dude, it doesn't take any effort to be nice. Like, you don't have to be a jerk about it. He was like, "Matt, I do not need help. Please leave me alone." With no punctuation, by the way. But all you got to say is, "No, thank you. I don't need help." Or, "Please don't keep contacting me. I don't have any needs in this area." Like, it doesn't cost anything to be nice to people. And so that left me thinking, like it doesn't. So when I was a dealer, I think it's karma, right? When I was a dealer on the dealer side, I was approached by vendors regularly. Obviously, I was the marketing director for a bunch of Nissan stores. And when you're the marketing director for a bunch of Nissan stores, everybody wants to talk to you. And I am a nice person, I think. So I was always trying to be nice to people, but what happens is you can't talk to everybody. At least I found that I couldn't talk to everybody. And my number one thing was I just didn't return phone calls. I would just not get back to everybody because I felt like it was impossible. And I had a graphic designer who I shared an office with, and her impression of me, like, you used to hit *D on the phone system to delete voicemails. So I would be listening to voicemails and, "Hi, Matt, this is Amanda from, something that rhymes with FUD advertising." And I'm *D. And she'd be like, *D. Because I couldn't call everybody back. And if somebody showed up without an appointment, I would try to go downstairs and shake their hand and say hello and listen to them for 10 minutes and say, "Listen, we can have this discussion, but I can't have it right now. Let's schedule an appointment." I would try not to just leave them down there for 2 hours waiting for me. I would try and be as nice as possible, but it wasn't always possible for me to be as nice as possible. If I was super busy or in a bad mood or had a lot on my plate or was stressed out, sometimes I wasn't maybe the nicest person to vendors. So maybe it's karma. This guy saying, "I don't need help. Please leave me alone." But it doesn't cost anything to be nice. You just got to be nice to people. I get it. We're vendors. We're trying to sell you something, right? But also, you never know what a vendor may have to offer that could have a positive effect on your business. It doesn't cost anything to be nice. Just be nice to people and it will come back to you, right? Because maybe part of it for me is my karma. Maybe I should have been nicer. If you want to weigh in on the episode here, if you want to join us like on an old school radio show, you can call in at 203-665-8305. Or if you're listening on Clubhouse, which is an app that most of you maybe have heard of by now, you can just ask to come to the stage. I will let you come to the stage if I know how to do that. I think I can figure it out. And then if you're on stage and you have something to say, you can just unmute and join us. and have and be part of the discussion. We're also live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube this morning as well here on Mostly Automotive Marketing with Matt Wilson, presented by Silverback Advertising. Another topic that I wanted to mention, and this came up the other day. I was on a call. It was about cameras during meetings, right? At the beginning of the pandemic, I feel like, now I'm a work from homer, right? I work from home all the time. COVID or no COVID, I am home or visiting clients. I don't have, my office is in Baton Rouge, so it's not a frequent commute for me. So I'm used to working from home and having my camera on because I'm used to it. I just do it. And I'd say probably 90% of the time I have my camera on. But I have some coworkers who just never turn their cameras on. And I was wondering, like, what is the etiquette for cameras on and cameras off in meetings, right? Like what do people, when do you know to turn your camera on? Is it rude to keep it off? Like if I'm on a call and I have my camera on and you have your camera off, do you feel obligated? Like, well, he's on, I should be on. Like I get some of the reasons not to have your camera on. You haven't showered today, which, you know, during the pandemic, it happens, right? It's okay. Maybe you've got kids running around the house or the room is a mess behind you. I always try and make my room look nice. I've got this electric guitar behind me for those of you watching that I can't play. And then I got my little Patriots blanket, which everybody hates because no one likes the Patriots except for me. So, you know, if there's laundry on that couch, maybe I keep the camera off so people don't see that I'm working and living in total squalor. But, you know, for me, when I'm talking to clients, to me, it's just as simple as taking my hat off and wearing a collared shirt. I'm wearing basketball shorts 90% of the time, but I wonder, is there an unwritten etiquette? Are there unwritten rules? And what do you think those rules are when being on a meeting, whether it's a meeting with a client or an internal call? I would love to get your opinion. So you can call in at 203-665-8305. You can head to the stage on our clubhouse room here and weigh in. Would love to hear from you. Or you can make a comment on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. Got a couple comments here on LinkedIn about our previous topic about being, being nice to vendors. And I will read those to you as soon as my my computer froze there. Yep, it's fantastic. Technical issues per as usual. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's see what some folks are saying on LinkedIn. Evelyn Kelly from Think Ad Group posted about dealer-vendor relationships this morning, and there are a couple of good comments on here. From Dana Schultz, she said, every no is one step closer to a yes. I've heard that before. And even if you get a no, I'm still in front of them, reminding them of me and what I do. I agree with that. That's part of just, a lot of it is talking to the right person at the right time. Maybe they say no, but they'll have a need for your service down the road. Melanie Borden weighs in with a very important discussion. Is it pronounced data or data? Data or data? Which one do I say? I say data. Jim Scanlon says, having grown up in the business, cold calling in Merrill Lynch, hundreds of dials a day. Oh, he was that guy. If you don't want to connect, he's fine with it. Wishes you the best of luck. It's more respectful, better way to do business. People can ignore you or find you. You reach out when the time is right. All right. Like I said, it doesn't cost anything to be nice. Comment from Calvin Sales on LinkedIn. I don't know that his last name is really Sales. That sounds kind of like a radio name. If his last name is Sales, though, that's pretty cool. He says, work smarter, not harder. Follow the day trends, and that will help you remain successful. Thank you, Calvin. Appreciate weighing in there on Evelyn's post. Let's see here. What else we got to read? Most recent, most relevant. Back in the radio days, you have a producer to go through all these things for you, and then they just stick the relevant ones in front of you. I don't have to do all the clicking myself. Megan Woolerton says, I used to primarily sell B2C and found that much easier than what I do now, which is B2B. Unfortunately, I have no experience with any of the three listed that I can share, but okay, thanks for weighing in there. Yeah, the general gist of everyone's comments is it doesn't cost anything to be nice. So just be courteous to people. Treat people the way you would want to be treated. And that goes for inside or outside of business and dealer-vendor relations as well. If you want to weigh in on the topic at hand, you can call us at 203-665-8305 to get on live. Or if you're listening on Clubhouse, many of the hundreds of people listening on Clubhouse, or like 7 or 8, you can ask to go to the stage or unmute yourself, and we'd love to hear from you. Or you can leave a comment on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. Over the weekend, I was out at a barbecue restaurant in Kingston, New York. There's a place I'm not going to visit frequently. I was out in Kingston, New York at a barbecue restaurant with my kids, and the food at the restaurant was fantastic. St. Louis style baby back ribs. I got a half rack. Delicious. So I'm like, man, I'll come back to this place. The food is awesome. And then the service from the wait staff was like, not bad, not great. They weren't very busy, so I thought the wait staff could be a little more attentive. But the ribs are pretty good. I would come back for the ribs. Not bad. And then had to take one of my kids to the restroom. Because when you have young kids, they have to sample the restrooms in every place you visit, at every location, multiple times. And I have 2 kids, so that's like 3 trips to the restroom everywhere we go. So then we've got to go to the restroom. Ugh. It was a horror show. It was terrible. And so I'm back at my table and I'm thinking about it. And the end-to-end experience at the restaurant, when you average those things together, was not that great. Food was great. I would go back there for the food. Service was okay, but I could get past that. They bring me my beer and some ribs. I don't need the waiter to be my friend. No problem. But if you've got to take your kid to the restroom, it's terrible. It was gross. They need to redo that bathroom, both bathrooms, immediately, if not sooner. And that has a negative effect on my overall impression of the place. So think about your car dealership. From the minute that someone is connecting with you, whether it's via chat or email or phone call through a BDC leads, from when they pull in the parking lot and can't find a place to park, or your parking is clearly you have environmental signage, parking is easy to find, wide spots available, to when they come in your showroom, what they see at the front desk. Is the front desk person pleasant? Does the desk look nice? Is there a giant pile of soggy cardboard boxes behind the front desk? What does the showroom look like? How are your people dressed? What is the mood in there? What is the music like? What do the bathrooms look like? Is the garbage overflowing? Is your coffee table filled with coffee grounds and spilled milk? And then what's the car like when they go for a test drive? Is the car clean, or is it covered in pollen or snow like up here in the Northeast? You got to think about the whole user experience from end to end, from first contact to the minute the person stops dealing with you. Because like this restaurant in Kingston, New York, whatever it was called, my overall opinion of it is negative now, even though the food was good. We got someone who wants to talk here. His name is, let's see what his name is. How do you use Clubhouse? I think his name is Ryan. He wanted to add to the stage. I added him to the stage. There he is. I'm not good at the Clubhouse. Hey, Ryan, you're on the podcast. You can unmute yourself. Love to hear what you have to say. What's up?
Hey, Matt. Nice to meet you. The overall dealership experience is crucial with the customer, right? From taking them to the service department to setting them up for F&I products to the overall process of the sale, right? You want to treat someone like they're in your home. When you invite a guest over to your house, don't you offer them a beer or a glass of wine, offer them appetizer, food. It's the same thing in sales, right? You want to offer that same experience because people always forget what you say, but they'll never forget how you made them feel, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And, how easy do you think it is to have that? Is it easy to have that one thing change the whole perception from positive to negative? They've got a great experience, but that one thing, the gardener is outside and they blows wood chips all over the person's car to turn the experience from overall positive to overall negative.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely, it can turn in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's a nice guy. When people come over to his house, he offers them beer. When I have friends come over, I might not give them the good stuff, but if I've got, like a slacker friend, he'll be like, "Oh, can I have some Woodford Reserve?" And I'll be like, "No, there's Canadian Mist for you." I'm not giving him the good bourbon. Got to give him the bad bourbon. But I agree. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and it's the whole experience. It's from front to back, and it's every part of everything a customer can see, hear, taste, smell is important. We've all been in super nice dealerships where you walk in, and someone was saying this to me the other day. I was talking to somebody who said that they walked into a dealership and they just had a good feeling when they walked in. It's like the ambiance. You walk in and you're like, "Oh, this place feels nice. People are smiling. There's a friendly buzz. The music's at the right volume. The lighting is good." But I was at a dealership recently where it was like dark in there. The lights didn't work. It smelled kind of funny. The building was packed. And I was like, ugh. And I test drove a car and I didn't buy it because I didn't end up buying that type of car anyway. But the immediate impression of the place was not a positive impression. First thing this morning, I texted my buddy Justin Searle at Think Ad Group and said, "Dude, I got great topics. Let's talk. Let's get on here and mix it up." And Justin's a talker. And the question is, where the hell is Justin? He's leaving me hanging here. I need Justin's opinion on these things. I woke up, thought about these things to talk about, had these topics, thought of him. And he's like, "Yeah, I got a dealer meeting at 10 o'clock. I'll be there." But he's not here. So there you are. It's Mostly Automotive Marketing with Matt Wilson, presented by Silverback Advertising, online at silverbackadvertising.com. We're live on Clubhouse, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. We're all over the place. I wanted to thank, real quick, Terry Lancaster. Terry Lancaster was on my podcast recently. He sent me a book, How to Sell More Cars. Here it is up on the screen for those of you watching, both of you watching. I haven't read it yet, but Terry was a fantastic guest on the podcast. And so I invite you to head over to wherever you consume podcasts, whether it's Google or Apple, Spotify, and check out my episode with Terry. He's a fantastic guest, and we talked about content. We talked about, what type of content you should create for your dealership and why. Like, why are you doing it? Are you creating content because it's going to sell you a car tomorrow? No, but there are reasons why you're creating that content. So check that episode out of Mostly Automotive Marketing with Matt Wilson. It's called Content. Why? What? It's available all the places that you can get podcasts. And thank you for sending me this book, Terry, How to Sell More Cars. I look forward to reading it. All right. Anybody else want to weigh in or have anything to say before we wrap it up? Because that's it. I'm out of topics. Much like my old radio days, if you don't get callers, there comes a time when you're just out of things to say. And I'm getting tired. My coffee is wearing off. So unless anybody on Clubhouse has anything else, maybe they want to weigh in. Or if anybody wants to call, 203-665-8305. And maybe we'll wrap it up. Anybody? Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this guy's got to say. Let me click this button. I wish this worked faster. Come on, Clubhouse. Coming to you live. Mm-hmm. I added him to the stage, and I'm waiting. God dang it, Clubhouse. Doesn't Clubhouse know how live radio works? You're not supposed to have dead air. It's supposed to be a seamless... Well, he's not there. I thought I had somebody who said they had something to say. Oh, there we go. There we go. Harris, where are you from? How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Did you have something you wanted to say, or did I just add you to the stage?
No, it was by accident, but good afternoon, I guess.
Hey, where are you from? Let's talk to you real quick.
I'm from Pakistan. I'm from Oakwood. I live in Oakwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you in marketing?
How about you? So, sorry?
I said, are you in marketing?
No, I'm in automotive sales. I'm a finance manager at a Mazda dealership.
Oh, nice. How's the chip shortage affecting dealerships in Pakistan?
Sorry, your voice is very low.
Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. But go ahead with the question again. Sorry.
How is the chip shortage affecting dealerships in Pakistan?
No, I'm actually here in Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada.
Oakville. Yeah, I'm originally from Pakistan, but yeah.
Oh, you're in
in Canada here.
Canada, A. All right.
Of course, chip shortage, of course, is affecting everybody.
Yeah. Are you guys seeing how is your dealership weighing the balance between what I'm assuming is some increased front end gross and lack of volume? Are you guys making it work?
No, definitely there is an increase, no doubt about that. Because when there's less product, of course, more people want it, and you can hold the price. But still, it's a tug and pull situation still, right?
Gotcha.
But in pre-owned, definitely there's a big jump.
Well, thanks for hopping on. We appreciate it. I'm going to wrap up because I'm running out of things to say. That's the old radio. Oh, hold on. Let's see. We got another message coming in here. I'm having audio problems on. I'm hearing that I have audio problems on Clubhouse, which is very odd. Can you hear me better now? Very odd.
Yes, you can actually hear you better.
Clubhouse. It's weird. It's going through my mixer a certain way, but not a certain other way. And if I hold it like this, I think you guys can hear me better on Clubhouse. So odd. We're working out the kinks, though. Working out the kinks. All right. I think we'll wrap up. I want to thank everybody for jumping in and for listening. Mostly Automotive Marketing with Matt Wilson is presented by Silverback Advertising online at silverbackadvertising.com. People who do these frequently, podcasts and Clubhouse and vlogs and whatnot, tell me you're supposed to promote yourself better. So I invite you to like, subscribe, follow on all the places that you can find podcasts, and find me on LinkedIn and connect and all that stuff. All right, thanks for checking out Mostly Automotive Marketing with Matt Wilson. Have a great one.
Mostly Automotive Marketing with Matt Wilson is brought to you by... Wait, this guy has sponsors? Oh, never mind. This sheet of paper's blank. No sponsors. That makes more sense. For updates, info, future episodes, and more, follow on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, and connect on Frackle. You guys made that last one up. That's not even a thing.